The way that Extra Credit Studios works and the way that we produce our material is by focusing on, is it funny? A lot of productions tend to get caught up focusing on things that don't make it funnier. It's just because that's how things have been done. Those are the rules. And we break almost all of those rules. Getting the joke across, telling the story, that's the point. And the audience is really willing to go along with us.
I work with Kevin a lot, and he's the animator, so I think in a lot of situations you don't really have that contact with somebody, but to create something with someone who's specifically animating or working with what you're making, it is truly a collaboration at that point, and it makes for something that's a little less like regimented by department, so it's pretty cool.
For anyone who doesn't know how stop motion animation works is, it's literally frame by frame animation where an animator poses a puppet, a character in front of the camera, a certain way, takes a single still photo, moves the puppet a little bit, takes another photo, moves it, takes another photo, and then the puppet looks like it's moving when you take all those photos and turn them into a video.
On a commercial production, each animator is going to shoot about 5, maybe 15 seconds a day. We do from 1 to 2 minutes a day. And how we do that is that our characters don't walk and they don't talk. We forego everything with a face altogether. 1, it goes real fast that way. 2, it enlists the audience as an imaginative partner.
I will destroy you and this whole pathetic world.
I gotta say, that thing does have some range.
It's going to happen in your imagination that this character feels things and emotes. And what I try to do is give them a reason to look like they're living in the world and experiencing the things that their character is supposed to.
Okay, well, thank you then, Jake. I appreciate you believing in me.
All right, Adrian. Hang in there, pal. What a sad little man.
The sound is recorded first and I animate to that. And sometimes I get my, the best ideas just by hearing how someone came up with a certain vocal. Oh God, don't use that part.
So one of the key elements of this show, like any of our animated shows, is obviously the voice acting.
Hang on, Sarah! I'm coming! Hang on, Sarah! I'm coming!
Who wants to die today, huh? It's a good day to die, isn't it?
You know, when it comes to voice acting, we have a very specific way that we like to work. And it can be intimidating and kind of a culture shock to actors who haven't worked like that before. We use full scripts, we go through, we get everything verbatim, we make sure that we have everything on tape, and then if the actor's up to it, we start playing around. Yeah, we like to utilize a lot of improv, and so we'll sit there and try 100 different variations of one particular line, just switching out the specifics.
That's a deal, man. Next round of mojitos at Soho House are on me. Boom! Guess who that was?
Your AA sponsor? Somebody who loves reading literature. Somebody who did great in school. Somebody who meditates 20 minutes every day.
We came up with these characters of Mitch and Jake, who were Hollywood agents, and they could be largely the thing that we're lampooning.
Don't worry about Mitch, man. He's been acting like a real dum-dum ever since his mom died.
My mom's not dead, you dick.
Aw, thoughts and prayers, buddy.
Essentially what happened at the beginning of the production is I was listening to the banter between Mitch and Jake, and I realized that it really was the two writers writing themselves, bantering back and forth.
To be fair, ma'am, this isn't all Jake's fault.
Ma'am, I think what Mitch is trying to say is that this is actually entirely his fault.
God damn it, Jake.
Well, it's not my fault. I barely even paid attention to this thing.
Wow, sounds a lot like your last marriage.
Oh, really? Then why did I get joint custody, bitch?
It's that kind of passive-aggressive style that you need to develop when you work closely with someone, and especially in any kind of a creative medium. I felt like the two guys who wrote this know very well how to do that, because I hear them do it all the time.
Me and Carlo constantly fight and argue and make fun of each other and are just at each other's throats. Bring that dynamic out into these characters. So we made Mitch a stronger character who also had fun ideas and had just as much humor and comedy at Jake's expense as Jake did at his, and it made the show 10 times better, and it was Kevin's idea.
Mitch, where'd you get these scripts? The garbage can? You garbage boy.
Some of the best fun that I've had on this production was doing Uncle Jeff, because Uncle Jeff is out of his mind, and so he can do all sorts of things with his body that don't make any sense. And it's because what's coming out of his mouth does not make, something's wrong with this guy, but he seems pretty harmless, so he's a lot of fun to do.
Uncle Jeff from way downtown.
We had a very rushed timeline, so we're talking about over 15 minutes worth of footage, tens of thousands of images that Kevin had to knock out in the matter of a few weeks. And what's amazing with Kevin is he is so good at being able to pull out these amazing moments. Even though we don't give him much time and there's not a whole lot of action going on, he's able to get these subtle movements and behaviors from the characters that always blow me away. It's incredible when you think about how much he gets done in a day and how good the quality of the work is.
We're so flexible in our production. We can rewrite, we can cut, we can make decisions on the fly. And the creative partnership and the creativeness of the company is all about being very loose and very open to different concepts, different ideas, and changing things in the middle of them. And I think we get something a lot better by doing it that way. I don't know if I can do this part. Okay, you tell me it line by line.
Okay, here we go. Ready? So you're gonna say, you're gonna nail this. This is perfect. So you're gonna say, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to check out Reboots. Check out all the
Don't forget to, what?
Check out Reboots online now.
Check out Reboots online now.
And subscribe to this channel.
And subscribe to this channel.
See more about what Extra Credit Studios is up to, and more me.
What he said. More me? No, I'm not going to say that.
More you. Just
That's
Kevin all the time.
That's ridiculous.
Rebranding the Kevin channel. Subscribe now.